my mom. Don't say stop. You don't know my mama. You don't know my life. You don't know my mom was mean as shit growing up. She used to beat the shit out of my mom. She been living with me for 1 year and 4 months now during the pandemic. She don't want to fucking leave because she's scared of it. She think it's the mark of the wild beast, so she don't want to go out. My mom, been living with me for 1 year and 4 months. I told her the other day, I was like, look, mama, you got to go. She was like, where I'm going to go? I'm 80. I'm like, I don't know. You put me out at 15 and told me I had to figure it out. You do the same, bitch. Everything. Come around. Get the out of my face.
I grew my hair out long in the pandemic, too. Lot of fellas did, and it wasn't on purpose. It was just we weren't allowed to get haircuts, so it became long. And then when we were released to get haircuts again, I made an appointment, and my girlfriend said, I don't think you should get a cut. I think it looks hot long. And I caught my reflection in the mirror, and she's right. I can't believe how good it looks. It looks amazing. I waited until I was in my 40s to grow it like this. Can you imagine where I would be at in my life right now if I would have had this hair for the last 30 years? I probably would have been in Philadelphia 10 years ago. There's no telling. So I feel good about my new hairstyle, excited about it. I make a trip to go home and visit my mom and dad, and I was not as excited to find out that right now my mom and I have the exact same haircut. It's exactly the same. It looks like we did a mother-son activity day. And one of the activities was, let's go to the beauty parlor and tell them we're not leaving until we're twins. I'm someone that's always looked like his mom, too. My whole life, people tell me I look like my mom. And when you're a little boy, you don't like to be told that you look like your mom. And when you're a teenage boy, you don't like to be told that you look like your mom. And it turns out, when you're a full-grown man with a beard, your mom no longer likes to hear that you look like your mom. During my visit, her friends were stopping over, giving me a hard time. You're leaning into the look now, Andy. Good for you. My girlfriend had never met my mom and dad, and we had planned a trip to go visit them, and she wanted to know what they were like, and I was trying to explain what my mom and dad are like, and I said, one thing that I can tell you for sure is you're going to think that my mom's haircut is hot. You're going to be into it. You're going to be really attracted to my mom's haircut. In fact, if you see me from behind, you better tap my shoulder or say my name. You better confirm my identity before you grab me or anything.
For the older generations, I just want to clarify that we did not give ourselves participation trophies. We didn't make it up. We didn't sit our parents down as a group of 6-year-olds and go, hey, we're going to implement a new trophy system where the only losers are you guys. That never happened. I thought about it because my mom is in her 60s. So like any woman in her 60s, she loves Facebook. That is her shit. She loves it. She saw a meme that she thought was hilarious, and it said, it looks like the participation trophy generation grew up weaker than the get your ass beat generation. Pam thought that was hilarious. I think it's funny because I can definitely whoop my mom's ass in a fight. She doesn't know that because she never hit me, but that's her fault. You did pretty good with that part. And she is on social media, which we've had some form of messaging or something most of the time, right? I didn't realize there was an etiquette that we would then have to teach our parents and grandparents later. Right? She'll tag me in things that are very sentimental, right? Daughters are God's gift to the earth or whatever. I have to. I'm like, Mom, that's not human connection. If you want to tell me that, just text it to me. Okay. Don't call me, because that's weird. Your voice.
Here's the thing about my folks. My folks are so Christian, they've never cussed one day in their life. Never said one swear word. I'm basically trying to tell my mom, don't find a woman for me. I'll be fine. She's basically trying to tell me not to be a slut. This is how my mom does it. Okay, you can be social. Don't be too social. You can talk, you just don't talk to everybody. Me and your father didn't talk until after we got married. We barely even talk anymore. I think he has a speech impediment. I think. How many people are you talking to right now? You need to talk to your father. Like, are we still talking about fucking?
When I was 15, I went to a restaurant with my mom, and they had a revolving door out front, and I didn't have a lot of experience with those. So she went in first, and I panicked and jumped in the same stall as her. And that's the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Because we were two big people, I ended up dry humping my mom around a half circle. I knew I fucked up right away. Because the second I got in, she was like, ugh. Oh, God damn it, Michael! I was like, you think I planned this? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. The walls made out of glass, too, so the whole restaurant saw us do this. Like, check out Oedipus and revolving door over there. We were wedged in there so tight that we popped out the other side. And then just had to have the most uncomfortable dinner of all time. It's like, well, I guess we're not making eye contact for 5 years. I was thinking about that the other day. If that wasn't my mom, that'd have been one of the best dates I've ever been on. We fooled around a little bit, and then she bought me dinner. Get the out of here. And she drove? I'm gonna get up.
I lost my mom a couple of years ago. She passed a series of health issues, and I know that I'm not the only one that's been through it. It's the fucking worst, right? Really bad, of course. And it's like they're kind of never gone, really. But my mom, what's always on my mind is her laugh. My mom had the greatest laugh. In the last 2 days, she fell into a coma. And I was always silly with her. That was our relationship. So even when she fell into this coma, I decided maybe she could hear me somewhere deep inside. And so I was in the room with my brother, and I approached her, and I said, Mom, Amir and I are going to go get lunch. You wait here, right? Just a dumb joke. And my mom, from a dead silence, goes, ha. One syllable. And I thought, oh, my God. I am so funny, right? Really owned it. Did a great job. But it reminded me of the funniest exchange my mom and I ever had. Years earlier, we're on Facebook together, and it was snowing. Snow was accumulating rather quickly, and I got on there, and I made a dumb dick joke. I said, I got 7 inches out here, also it's snowing, right? Dumb joke. And my buddies are making jokes about Jack Frost nipping at my balls and stuff like that. And my mom gets on there like 10 hours later, completely confused. She goes, we don't have much out here. I hope your kids are having fun playing with what you've got. And I was like, holy hell. So I had to get on there and save her because she was in a world of hurt on my Facebook page. The comics and comedy fans. And I got on there and I was like, Mom, we're not talking about snow. We're talking about dicks. And then my mom, right there on my Facebook wall, goes, I thought so. She said that thing about 7 inches, so I figured it couldn't be you. Philadelphia, thank you so much. Love you. Love you. My man. Thank you, guys.